We're ranking all the shinies in Pokemon. All of them. Everyone's doing a tier list these days. I've seen a bajillion Pokemon streamers, YouTubers, not even just Pokemon. Everybody's making a tier list these days, except for me. I'm making a tier list now. We're gonna do it, and I've seen a couple people just rating like whether the Pokemon is good or if they've got a good design, but I haven't seen a shiny tier list. That, granted, they do exist. I just haven't seen them. But I think it's time I make a tier list. This is going up on YouTube. I'll probably separate it into segments for the sake of content, so one video for each generation. But of course, I'll give my opinions of these shinies as we go along. So we got the typical S, A, B, C tiers, and then we have Get It Out. If I put it in Get It Out, I'm definitely going to give a reason why it is so bad they need to change it. And there's not a lot of Pokemon that'll go down there. Trust me. There's not a lot. But we're making a tier list. We're judging all the shinies by their looks and designs. And just overall, does it work? So we're going to start off, obviously, with Gen 1, the Bulbasaur line. Also, we will be judging Megas and Gigantamaxes, but we won't judge, like, the Galarian forms until we get to the Gen 8 Pokemon. Same with Alolan forms and all that. So gonna have to bear with me, but we'll judge Megas and Gigantamaxes as we go along. But like Bulbasaur line, right? So we got that, they're autumn colors. They're alright. I'd put them in a B tier. They're nothing special. They look okay. If I got that, I'd get a little excited, but nothing fantastic. Charmander and Charmeleon, I would say, probably like B tier. Charizard, I mean, I'm that edgy kid, I'm the guy who's like, oh my god, Black Dragon, edgy. So yeah, like, I mean, classic Charizard. The Megas though, honestly, I like, I'd say that Charizard, what is that, X or Y Charizard? I don't fucking remember. The blue, I really like it, like the Aquamarine or whatever. Really good. Stands above the rest in my opinion. Squirtle, Squirtle's a C, but I'd say, Blastoise and Wartortle, Squirtle, you can barely tell a difference. I don't know, maybe the back of the shell's different like these two, but Caterpie looks great. Metapod, no, not so much. Butterfree, Butterfree's up there. Yeah, I love me some Butterfree. And Gigantamax Butterfree looking real nice. And the whole Weedle line is going straight up to A tier here. The green, beautiful, absolutely just gorgeous. Pidgey, these are bad. Just get them out of here. I mean, don't like actually get them out. They're not bad enough where they need to be removed from the game, but like, eh. Same with Rattata. And then, like I said, we're waiting for Alolan, Rattata, and Raticate till we get to Gen 7. But Raticate, Raticate, put it a C. Stands above Rattata. And I'd say, Spearow and Pidgey. I'd say Spearow looks better than Shiny Pidgey. Pidgey, you can barely tell the difference. Whereas, like, Spearow, he's got a little extra gold to him, and same with Fearow. Before, we continue, I should say that just because they're small changes doesn't mean they're going to be bad on the tier list. There are plenty of shiny Pokemon that have very subtle changes that look good. But Pidgey ain't one of them. Same with Bulbasaur. Ekans and Arbok, hard to say, honestly. I'm gonna have to probably just put them in a C. They're not, like, super, super bad, but they're also just not, like, fantastic. Pikachu, I hated it for a long time, but I don't know, it kind of grew on me. I just hate Pikachu in general. Same with, like, it was Raichu, again, I'd put here. Now, Alolan Raichu, we're gonna have to keep our opinions on that one. We're gonna have to hold back on that one. Sandshrew, C tier. Same with Sandslash. They're just meh. They're down there. Now, the Nidoran lines. I'm going to say this now. Nidoran line, Nidoking up here in the A's. Solid shinies. I don't know. Should I put these also in order of like how I like them? Like if I think Beedrill looks better than Charizard? I don't know. I don't really know. All right, you guys are saying we should put it in terms of like how bad or good I think they are, even in the tiers. Well, in that case, then yeah, Beedrill goes in front of Charizard. I'm sorry, but like Charizard's overrated in general. Well, I don't know. Hold on, we'll put Weedle back here. Beedrill and Kakuna, Caterpie, they're gonna go up here in front of Charizard. Same with Nidoking. These two can hang back here. But let's put these guys up here. I'd say the Bulbasaur line looks better than Blastoise. Butterfree, same, would look better than Blastoise. Maybe not better than Venusaur, and these guys stay back here. Squirtle, you can go to the back of the line. And Metapod, you can also... Well, no, hold on. Rattata. Ooh, actually, no, I had that right to begin with. Pidgey's line just stays in the back. Mega Pidgeot can go up front, because at least Mega Pidgeot's got a little differentiation. Some originality, but these guys, get the fuck out of here. I don't know who you guys think you are. All right, then the female Nidoran line, I'd say like high B. I don't think they're good enough to make it to the A's. But Nidoqueen goes up front. These two can be flip-flopped. Clefable and Clefairy. Gonna say high D on this one, because the only difference is the tip of their ears, and you know, like that's fine. Small changes are fine, but not this one. This one's not fine. Vulpix, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Is it A quality? Yeah, I'd say it's A quality. Ninetales is also... Ninetales actually is S tier. Like, that's a beautiful fucking shiny. Absolutely gorgeous. Zubat and Golbat. I actually... Oh, hold on. I skipped Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. They're better, I'd say, than the Clefable line, but they're still kind of down here in D. They're not absolutely fantastic. Well, no, because I'd say they're better than Squirtle. So they're going up to C. They're far better than Squirtle. Squirtle's trash. Zubat and Golbat, like I was saying, I actually like their shinies. I hate the Pokemon themselves. Crobat's nice, but I hate Pokemon Zubat and Golbat. But their shinies are pretty good. Honestly, I'm gonna put them behind, not Wartortle. I'm gonna put them behind Butterfree, but in front of Blastoise. Like the Blastoise line, the Squirtle line is just ugh. And honestly, Raichu. Shiny Raichu looks kind of good. I'll put him up here in front of the Venusaur line. Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. I'd say probably like mid-C. No. So like Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. Vileplume probably go up here. Raticate's still hanging strong high C here, but like these guys... It's just too much green for me. They got a little too much green going on. I'm not a fan. Paris and Parasect, Squirtle, you stay in the back of the line. But yeah, they're not that great. Venonat and Venomoth. They going up in the A's, boys. These two are beautiful. Like the blue just works. It pops. It's like, pa! I'm shiny. It's beautiful. All right, so here we are. We're at our first Get It Out. Such low tier effort on these shinies. Like, Diglett and Dugtrio. The only difference is their noses. Their noses go from red or pink to blue. It's just, it. At least, like, Clefable and Clefairy, like, they just... You know what? These guys, yeah, you guys go down here, too. Get it out. This is low tier effort on making a shiny when you only change one minuscule little thing. One itty bitty little change. at least like the Alolan forms, right? They made him a little bit more tan, like Hawaiian. Changed his nose, and it worked. These guys just changed his nose. They didn't make him tanner or a different color. Just blech. Meowth in general, Meowth in the Persian line, like, I'd say do go behind the Pidgey line. They're about as equally as bad. Well, actually, no, I'd say Meowth goes up here. Persian's gonna stay back here though, because the Persian gonna go and get it out again. Just the itty bitty little ear change. That's the only difference with Persian, is that its ears are pink. Like Meowth, you know, his feet are pink, his tail are pink, his ears are pink. You know, they put some effort into changing multiple things. It's just Persian's ears. That's it. Golduck, or not Golduck, Psyduck is I'd say behind Vulpix still, but he's an A for sure. And Golduck, I want to say B, but like how low in the B's? Honestly, I'd say in front of Butterfree. The darker blue kind of pops a little bit more, and like the beak and fins, the webbing or whatever work. It's not like a great shiny. If I got a shiny Psyduck, I wouldn't evolve it, because that blue looks far prettier than that blue, but it works. It works. Mankey and Primeape, they're ugly. They're real ugly. Squirtle, congrats. Somebody got behind you. They're low tier C. They're not bad like these, but like they're pretty bad. Growlithe and Arcanine. For the longest time, I couldn't tell the difference between a shiny Arcanine or shiny Growlithe and a regular Growlithe. And I think that was just because like how sprites and the colors of sprites were back in the day. But like now that 3D models are a thing, it's obvious. It's a lot more obvious that that there is a difference there. So I'm gonna put them in A. I am gonna put them up in the A's. Still behind Venomoth though, because like Venomoth and Venomoth are real fucking solid. I don't think they are lower than these three guys. Keep these guys in the back for a little while. Poliwag and Poliwhirl, you can't tell the difference. Like, I think they're brighter. So yeah, they're gonna go in the D tier. Pretty much is like you can't tell a difference, or they're just really fucking ugly. That's pretty much it. In fact, I'd actually put Meowth in his Gigantamax form up here more, because like this is like you just can't tell a difference, or in Metapod's case, it's really fucking ugly. And Poliwrath. Now, he's staying in D, but he's going further up, because at least I can tell a difference. It just doesn't look good. Abra, Kadabra, again, low tier effort on these guys. The change is very minuscule. They just get kind of more saturated, you know, paler. It just doesn't work. Alakazam, I really don't like the pink. I wish they would have stayed consistent. If like they had the pink on Abra and Kadabra, sure, fine. But like the change from Kadabra to Alakazam doesn't work. Doesn't look good, like at all. So I'm gonna put, actually, honestly, I'd say the Abra and Kadabra look better than Alakazam. Again, the pink it don't work. It's ugly. It's gross. I don't have a problem with the color pink, but it has to be used properly. Alakazam does not use it properly. It looks bad on Alakazam. Real bad. Machop, Machoke, and Machamp. They all just kind of get green. Machop gets a little, like, brownish, tannish, and then Machoke gets green, and Machamp just, like, looks like a fucking lime. So, low tier effort on the Machop. It don't look good. And then I'd say that this looks better, but not by much. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, and Victory Bell. Honestly, I kind of like them. They get like autumn colors, well, at least Bellsprout and Weeping Bell do, and then like Victory Bell looks like he's a dying plant, which makes sense. So you know, I'm gonna put Bellsprout and Victory Bell up here. Weeping Bell, I think, kind of falls short in terms of its shiny colors. So let's say about the same place as like the Bulbasaur line. But like Bellsprout looks real good, and so is Victory Bell. Now, if anyone here has seen my shiny reaction to Tentacruel, like these boyos go up here. Like this is solid. This is how you do a shiny right here. Is Tentacruel and Tentacool. Like beautiful, absolute gorgeous shinies, amazing. Geodude and Geodude. Bleh. Let me try English one more time here. Geodude and Graveler, you know, they're A. Honestly, they are solid A's. The gold looks real good. Golem falls very short, but I'd put him right here. He's still in B tier. He's aight, but these two are real good. Like, they look real nice. All right, and here we go. Ponyta and Rapidash, once again, S tier. These are gorgeous. Beautiful. I have never gotten a shiny Ponyta, but I want one. Same goes for the Galar forms. They're gorgeous, but we'll get there when we get there. Slowpoke, very low tier effort. Low tier. Well, not get it out, just low tier. I'd put him over here. It's hard to... I'm putting Mega Pidgeot further up, but like, it's hard to get as bad as like these guys right here. It's hard. Like, Pidgey is just bad. It's real bad. Slowbro and Mega Slowbro. You know, the purple ain't bad. It looks pretty good. But how good? I'd say B. Put it up by the Blastoise. Well, I'd say it's better than Blastoise and Wartortle. Maybe not as good as the... No, it's definitely better than the Zubat line. Hard to say. It really is. I mean, it looks good. Looks real good. Magnemite and Magneton. Now, like, it's a very subtle change. This is one of those examples where I say subtle change doesn't necessarily mean bad. Magnemite and Magneton, they look pretty fire. They looking nice. They looking schmexy. So they're definitely A tier, but like, how high do I want to put them here is the question. First off, let's move everybody up and move... Well, let's just move these three back. There we go. I'd say these guys look better than maybe Bellsprout and Victory Bell, but not as good as Growlithe and Arcanine. I'd say that's fair. That's pretty fair. I'd actually put these guys further up. Like, Bellsprout and Victory Bell look real good, but not like as good as some of these other people up here. Honestly, I don't know why I have Weedle. Weedle looks good. It has a good shiny, but maybe not that good. Put it like right there. That seems a little bit more fair. A little more justified. I had him a little too high. Farfetch'd. It's alright. It's okay. Surfetch we are ignoring right now. Doduo and Dodrio. They it's not super bad. It's like, if I saw it, I'd be like, oh hell yeah, boys, got the shiny Doduo. But all right. The shiny Seal and Dugong. They're bad. There's no difference. Like, they get a little grayer. Like, instead of a white Seal, it's like a gray Seal. Instead of a white Dugong, it's a gray Dugong. Is I. Although it looks better than Alakazam, that's for fucking sure. Like, Alakazam look bad. Grimer and Muck, honestly, I mean, like, first off, Grimer, Shiny Grimer just looks like Alolan Grimer, or I should say, Alolan Grimer looks like Shiny Grimer, and Shiny Alolan Grimer looks like regular Grimer. That was intentional, I understand that, but why? Just why? They're they're definitely below Farfetch'd and Pikachu for sure. They're just they're okay. All right, so here's where things get a little freaky deaky. Shelder is up here in the fucking A tier. Cloyster is gonna be down here in B tier, because if they kept the gold from Shelder and put it on Cloyster, that would have looked great. But they didn't do that. I don't know why, but they didn't do that. And it's very disappointing. Very disappointing. Ghastly and Haunter are A's. Not as good as Shelder, I think. They're very subtle changes. This is another example of subtle changes being good, because like Ghastly gets a little more purple, and then his smoke gets like kind of a bluish tint to it, and then Haunter gets a blue tongue. Those are good. Get it out. It pains me that Gengar, one of my favorite Pokemon, because he's the original, the OG Ghost, and Ghosts are my favorite, pains me to say that this man has easily the worst shiny in all of Pokemon. He will be at the bottom of the bin when we finish this tier list. He will be all the way at the bottom, I guarantee you. He is the worst shiny, because it's just like a slight hue change. You can't tell the difference, and it's bad. Now is Gigantamax and Mega, they're S tier. Like they become like a very bright white with like pink hue, like pink-ish tints, and that looks good. Why didn't they do that for the original? I don't understand. Makes no sense. Pisses me off. Onix is crap. He's crap. He's crap. Drowsy and Hypno. We actually have one of these in our Let's Go. This was the first shiny we caught in Let's Go Eevee. And I went for it simply because it's a good shiny. This, like I said earlier, I don't hate the color pink. It just has to look good. It looks good on these guys. It's a little doofy, I think, but it looks good. All right, so Krabby. Krabby's kind of, he's bottom of the bin in the B tier. But Kingler's worse. I think Kingler's garbage. Kingler's shiny is trash. If they kept, like, if they got brighter gold, if they got, like, this color on Krabby and put it on Kingler, Kingler would have looked fine. Would have looked A-okay. But no, they had to fucking just gross. All right, so we're about to hit some, like, back-to-backs. Voltorb and Electrode. Hold on, we gotta scroll up here. Voltorb and Electrode are S tier. Turning the Pokeball into essentially a Great Ball. Great idea. Solid. And same goes for Execute and Executor. They are, where'd he go? They're S tier as well. The gold. Oh, this was the first shiny we got in our Sun and Moon Nuzlocke that we did. We specifically went for a shiny Alolan Execute. And it looks so good having just the golden eggs. It's a real good shiny. Cubone and Marowak, they're okay. Better than Krabby, I'd say, but maybe not better than Dodrio. There's a lot of green shinies. Like, what the fuck? Look at all of them. And notice how a lot of them are in the B or C tier. Because, like, green just, it has to look right. It has to do well. Like, they do great on Beedrill with green. Solid. And then everyone else is just kind of like, meh. Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, they're gross. They're better than Onix, but they're gross. Lickitung, that's an A tier for me. Lickitung's gold looks real solid. Yeah, definitely not better than Geodude and Graveler. Honestly, so A tier, I think, for coughing and wheezing, Kanto forms. It looks better. It's probably one of the better green shinies. I guess it's more of like a turquoise than green, but turquoise is part green. Rhyhorn, Rhydon, they're bad. They're ugly. They're gross. Now that might be a bit biased because I didn't get a single shiny Rhyhorn after 400 Rhyhorn catches in Pokemon Go Community Day back when that was a thing for Rhyhorn. It might be a bit biased, but you're going at the bottom of the bin there, Chief, in C tier because you're bad. Okay, I'm not gonna be that harsh, but you still stay in the C tier, Chief. But how far? I'd say like right here. Rhyhorn looks better than Rhydon. Rhydon, I think, is fine where he's at. He didn't really have he had a slight saturation change, but yeah, you go up further. Chansey looks fucking, like, I don't mean this in a good way. It looks sick. It looks diseased. Like it's fucking dying. It got gangrene disease and now it's infected. Tangela, honestly? Tangela's a good green. Good green shiny. Solid. Nice green. Very prominent and bold. I'd put him above the Coughings. Kangaskhan is I. And by I mean better than Rhydon. Honestly, actually, I'd put it in higher than Squirtle. No, Kangaskhan will go up here. It looks better than most of these guys. Horsey and Seadra. So Horsey and Seadra, I think, has a absolute banger of a shiny. Like he's going real far up here. Where'd Horsey go? Horsey, I think is gonna go in the lower B's. No, I'd say stays in A. That looks about better. Yeah, no, Seadra's got just, I don't know, like the reddish tint with the blue, just kind of, it goes so well together. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Get it out. I mean, realistically, I think Goldeen and Seaking just need to be removed from the game entirely. No one out here says Goldeen and Seaking are my favorite Pokemon. No one says that. If you're in the YouTube comments, don't say it. Don't say it ironically, because you're lying to me. But, like, don't say it at all, because it's not true. No one likes Goldeen and Seaking. They're just poorly designed Pokemon to begin with. And their shinies don't change. It's like a brighter orange. It's more saturated. It doesn't look good at all. Staryu. Staryu's an S. Staryu is a fucking S if I've ever seen one. I'm putting you up here. Ponyta and Rapidash go up here. Staryu right there. Starmie is gonna go A tier though. I don't think Starmie quite deserves the S tier. But it definitely deserves A for sure. Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime he's alright. He's very close to just bad. But he's alright. Actually, I'd say he's probably high C tier. I'd get pretty excited if I got a shiny Mr. Mime. So I can't say he's bad. Get it out. Get it out, get it out, get it out. The only fucking change is his arms and legs. They go pink. Shiny Scizor looks fantastic. Shiny Scyther. I can't tell you how many people I've seen fail with Shiny Scyther because they don't realize they got a Shiny Scyther because it's not obvious. And, like, I feel like if you're gonna make a shiny Pokemon, you're gonna want it to be obvious. You're gonna want to be like, yo, that's a shiny. Jinx. Low tier. It's just not really a difference. Not really a difference. It just comes a little more saturated. Electabuzz, low B tier. Magmar, once again, low C tier. Magmar's pink. I don't like it. The pink with the red, it's just it's just too much going on. I'm conflicted on how I feel about it. Put you a little further up there, and you look better than a lot of these guys, though. So put you there. Pinsir, honestly, Pinsir's got a good one. I'd say low B tier again, better than Electabuzz. I like it. Looks real good. Shiny Mega Pinsir. I don't know if it's just the wings that do it for me here, but Shiny Mega Pinsir is going up in the A tier. Behind Psyduck. Psyduck's got a really good shiny. I like Psyduck shiny a lot. Tauros, it's gross. Makes me want to puke when I look at it. It's just gross. You know what? No, Pidgey, get it out of here. Fucking just get it out of here. Magikarp and Gyarados. Fucking S tier, dude. They fucking nailed these guys. I gotta make my way back up there. S tier for the fish and the eel. Or whatever Gyarados is. I mean, like, everybody has a shiny Gyarados, literally everybody, but, like, you know, they chose a good shiny to give to everyone and their mother. Shiny Lapras, solid. Honestly, solid. I think its Gigantamax goes lower, just because, like, I don't know, the Gigantamax kind of darkens the colors a bit, but just the purplish pink Lapras, it's pretty solid. I'd say high B tier. I don't think it's as good as a lot of these people up here, these mons. Again, the Gigantamax I think is a little worse, so we bring it back a bit. But Lapras itself, great. Ditto, I like the blue. Honestly, they chose a really good blue for Ditto. I'd say high B tier again. And then we have the Eevee. This is an S tier. Eevee is fucking solid, dude. Honestly, put it right there next to the Gengar. Alright, so then Shiny Vaporeon. I can respect the pink on this one. I'd say B tier. It's not anything like super crazy, but as we'll discover a little later on, it's a little bit more effort than maybe some of the other evolutions shinies. Leafeon and Glaceon, where nothing was changed. Yeah, high B tier, I think, for the Vaporeon. Jolteon, I really like Jolteon, but again, I think still a B tier. And Flareon, despite it being a very minuscule change, it looks about as good as like Vaporeon. It's just it's a slight saturation change, but it's a lot better than, say, these guys down here. Porygon. So Porygon itself, I'm not a big fan of its shiny. Porygon 2 and Z look good. The Porygon itself is pretty meh. So I'm going to put him in a B tier. Ammonite and Amistar. Again, B tier. I'm not fond of it. It's okay. It's okay. This is getting real monotonous trying to, like... Hold on, can I, like, scroll out? I can, but now we're getting tiny. Hold on, there we go. Let's try that. I mean, this is gonna get real problematic when we get all the way down here. Oof. These tiers are gonna get real fat, let me tell you. Kabuto and Kabutops. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Low C tier. Better again than like say Abra and all them, but it's not that great. Again, like the green, you gotta do green right, and I think for Gen 1 they used it a little too much. Little too much. Aerodactyl. He's pink, but I like it. I wouldn't say A tier though. I don't think it's that good, but I do like it for sure. I'd say better than Golem, maybe not better than the Nidorans or the Nidoran, Nidorina, but it's good. It's alright. Snorlax. It's a low tier. It's a low tier change. To the point where it's like, what was the point? He gets bluer. But it's pretty low tier. Minuscule. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Low tier. The change is so tiny. Alright, well actually no. Zapdos and Articuno, tiny. Moltres actually, like, they turn its body pink. They actually did something with Moltres. It still doesn't look good, but I'd say it's high C tier. Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. I like them. I like them a lot. I give them actually an A tier, I think. But how high is the question? Probably, I'd say about Horsey level for the Dragonair and Dratini and Dragonair. But Dragonite, honestly, I don't. It's still an A tier, but it's back here. It's bottom of the bin in A tier. It's the green. As you guys can tell, I don't like the color green on a lot of these Pokemon. Like, they did all right with like Charizard X or Y, whatever one that is, and they did great with Beedrill. But like, dude, they do a lot of bad greens. Why do they always go for like fucking neon green too? Like, Jesus. Mewtwo and its megas, it's I don't think it's low tier, minuscule, tiny change that doesn't make a difference, but it's pretty bad. Once again, the green, it just doesn't work. It works better than maybe a lot of these Pokemon in the B tier. So, how high do I want to put this? I think right here is good. I don't know. I'm very indifferent when it comes to Mewtwo's design in general. I'm actually one of the few people who don't like it. Mew, though, Mew's color, that blue, it's pretty good. It's I'd say better than these guys, but Mew's not that great. But it's an A tier color for sure. So yeah, that's Gen 1 right there. That's Gen 1's tier list. Again, fucking Gengar, man. It's so just tiny. Like, you by the end of this tier list of all the Pokemon gens, you will see Gengar at the very bottom because it's bad. It's real bad. So yeah, that's Gen 1's tier list. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below how wrong I am with my opinion and call me a fucking degenerate. I don't give a damn. But yeah, that's about it. Like the video, watch the next one, go watch some of my other videos, and yeah, I'll see you in the next tier list.